My dear friends, welcome to Rajashekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 511. In this lecture, we will try to understand shortest path. The next very useful feature that we can compute, which is a graph based feature, is basically computing shortest path between two vertices that we have, isn't it? Imagine if I have vertex ui and vertex uj as my pair of vertices, I can compute the length of the shortest path from ui to uj. Let's assume there are two paths. There are two paths from ui to uj. What is my path length from ui to from ui to uj? Just check it out. This along this. Just check what is the path length. Path length is this is first edge, second edge, third edge. How many edges are there totally along this path? I have three edges. Therefore, what is my path length? My path length is equal to 3. In similar manner, there is one more possibility. Just check this possibility. Along this particular path, how many edges are there? First one, yes, this is first edge, second edge, isn't it? Third edge and fourth edge. Therefore, along this particular path, we have 4 edges. Therefore, path length is equal to 4. Yes, what is the shortest path length here? Shortest path length is equal to 3. Why? Because this is 3. This is one possible path length. There is another possible path length. Minimum of 3 comma 4 is 3. Therefore, shortest path length is equal to 3. For example, imagine if there is an edge, if there is a direct edge between ui and uj, in that case what you have to do? Just check. Getting shortest path, just read this one. Getting shortest path between nodes. If nodes have direct path, that is direct connected, means this one, direct path, direct edge, we are removing that edge and calculating the path. In that case, what you have to do? You have to remove this direct edge and calculate path length of other paths and find shortest one. In this case, here you have direct edge. Therefore, what you have to do? You have to remove this. After removing this path length is 3, this path length is 4. Therefore, minimum of 3 comma 4 is 3. Therefore, your shortest path length is equal to 3, isn't it? If there is no path, let me say, if there is no path, if there is no path between ui and uj, between ui and uj, yes, we will give the path length. In this case, what is the path length? Path length equal to -1, isn't it? Yes, if there is no path, in between ui and uj, then what is the path length? It must be -1. There is a very simple function. Actually, I already kept this particular IPython notebook in my previous lecture comment section and description section. Even you can find this particular IPython notebook in lecture number 510 and 509 description sections and comment sections. If you have any difficulty in finding that IPython notebook, just make a comment. Just what it says, there is a very simple function. What is that function? Yes, there is a very simple function, nx dot shortest underscore path underscore length train underscore graph source equal to a destination equal to b. We can get the shortest path. We can get the shortest path length from source vertex to destination vertex in this graph, isn't it? Nx dot. This is network x. We already discussed about network x, isn't it? I request all of you just refer documentation of network x, where you can find this particular function. What is that function? Shortest underscore path underscore length. You are supplying train graph and you are giving source vertex and destination vertex, it will return, what will it return? It will return shortest path length, isn't it? Let me assume like this, let ui and uj are two vertices such that there is a path like this. Let me say ui is one vertex and uj is another vertex. The path is like this, isn't it? Let me say ui is following u1. Let me assume this is my u1. Yes, what does it mean? ui is following u1, u1 is following uj, isn't it? That means the length of the shortest path is 2. What is the reason? Here you have two edges, first edge, second edge. How many edges along this path? There are two edges. Therefore, what is the shortest path length? Shortest path length equal to 2, isn't it? Shortest path length is 2. When the length of the path is short, then there is a high chance that ui could be following uj. If ui is a friend of u1, u1 is a friend of uj, then there is very high likelihood that ui is a friend of uj also. Hence, ui might follow uj or uj could also friend of ui. So, shortest path is a simple, nice metric which measures how far the two vertices are nodes. This is a graph theoretic feature. There are lots of algorithms in graph theory and graph algorithms to determine the length of the shortest path. Network X helps you to achieve that automatically. You need not worry about how to compute shortest path. With the help of Network X, you can always calculate shortest path directly. Just go through this short lecture. I will continue my case study. In my next lecture, we will try to understand about connected components. Yes, what is that concept? Connected components. Yes, just go through this lecture. If you have any difficulty, please keep a comment. Thank you very much.